Welcome to Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. Today we're going to be taking an element out of this book here, and it's often referred to by many as the sales funnel, but I like to refer to it as the purchase decision funnel. In other words, yes, okay, you are trying to move people through this funnel to complete a sale, but really, what's the goal of this process, of this path? It's to move people through the path so that they will make a purchase decision. And the goal is that their purchase decision is made with you, and it's at a level that will allow you to profit from it. But it's also okay if at the end of the purchase decision funnel, or sometime through there, they drop out. In other words, now you don't have a potential suspect mucking up your sales process. And so really, it is about helping people make a purchase decision. That's ultimately what sales is about. And so new sales growth, the best evidence, bar none, of success in new sales growth, i.e. success in knowing whether your marketing and sales processes are working, is found in your new sales growth. That's the best measure. The next best measure is your conversion rate, particularly your sales conversion rate. In other words, you've moved people down into here. Now it's about converting them. And that's actually the second best measure. A low conversion rate indicates that you've got something wrong in your sales process, or you may not be generating the right leads. But the point is, you can never earn a profit off of sales until you can persuade someone of the benefit of your solution. And so use this process to help you do that. The other way I like to think about this process is I like to think of it in terms of a funnel. And then the top of that funnel are a bunch of holes and tears. Those holes and tears are what happen. In other words, when people drop out of the purchase decision funnel, they're falling out of your ability to convert your time with them into profits. And so you've got up here that drop into your sales, or your top line are your leads, either the leads you generate or what I call lucky leads. In other words, people stumble across you. You also have satisfied customers who are coming back through. You have referrals. But the point is, until a sale is made, they're always at risk of falling out of your sales process. And that's why the sales funnel is commonly used. And when you think of it in terms of how do I move people or progress people through this process to get them to make a purchase decision, that's when things really start to open up for you. And so do not underestimate, if this is an area that you struggle with, do not get upset with yourself, because generating leads is the hardest work in business. It's a very difficult job. In fact, you protect your business best from wasting all of the energy that goes into generating a lead by continuously improving your ability to convert people as they come into your business with awareness of your existence, and as you lead them through their purchase decision. That's how you protect all the hard work that goes into generating leads. So let's look at this from a narrative perspective. Business A and Business B both want new sales of $1.2 million. They both have an average transaction value of $1,000. That results in them both needing the same number of new customers, 1,200 new customers. The challenge is that Business A converts at half the rate that Business B does. And so when we drop down into the calculations for appreciating the significance of the purchase decision funnel, you will see how quickly Business A can consume a big chunk of their new sales in their customer acquisition efforts. So let's do just that. The math inputs you need here are you need to know what your sales goal is and what your average transaction value is, so you know how many new customers you need. The second thing you need to do is you need to have some sense of what your conversion rates are through these elements. That's what you need to know. At this point, there isn't anything else you need to know, because then you can make these calculations. You can figure out how many total new customers you need to realize your new sales goal, and then you can figure out how many impressions, how many prospects, how many interactions with those prospects that moves them into shopping, how many quotes you need. This process tells you that. So as we said in the narrative, business A is half as proficient as business B in converting these key elements to make a sale. Now let's look at the next set of calculations. Now that you know how many impressions you need to get one, you convert it to an annual number based on the impressions, prospects, interactions, and quotes needed to generate one sale. And that's to get you to this 1,200 new customers. And so you just do this math, and here you sit. This is what you need to do. See the activity level that's required in business A because they're not as proficient at their conversion processes? This is the difference. Now let's appreciate it from a dollar perspective. So the next thing you do need to know how much are you spending. And so we're going to assume the exact same costs here. So we have the same sales goal requiring the same number of new customers. We have the same impression, lead, prospect, and quote costs. And as you can see, 42% of sales of this new sales is spent in bringing customers in because they have a lower conversion rate. The goal of this video is to help you see just how important conversion is to your sales processes. And with that, the call to action here is the success of your promotions is proportionate to the number of leads that get generated for your business. The success of your sales is a function of how well you are able to convert those leads into prospects and ultimately become customers. That's the ultimate measure. So the invitation is to visit businesscpr.com/MS17. MS17 is the reference number for how to easily apply the logic of the purchase decision funnel to your business. It's a great way of appreciating what you need to do to generate new sales. And ultimately, new sales are what matter. That's what keeps propelling a business to higher and higher levels. As always, I do appreciate you tuning in to these editions of Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. I want to encourage you to make comments, questions, suggestions. I welcome the interaction. I also appreciate likes and welcome as well subscribers. Subscribers are important because it gives us a chance to continue to interact. And the goal ultimately for everything we're doing here is to help people realize better success on their cash and profit fronts so that they can live a better life with less stress. That's our purpose. That's our goal. Thanks for tuning in.